All right, we're live. I'm not Joe Flacco. We have a gambling show. I have Doug here. Trevor's eating. We're trying to do something crazy. We're gonna try and build $1 million bankroll using sponsor money, YouTube money, and we're not gonna cash out until we get there. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. But this is what we're doing for. I'm gonna give myself a gambling addiction for content. Score. My wife is thrilled.
Yeah, I've got rid of all my vices. It's time to add one.
Yeah, I stopped drinking. Don't yell at my kids as much. Why not add more stress?
Yeah.
But, hopefully it's a bunch of YouTube money that we're gambling. And even when we're getting to, it's going to feel real dumb if we pull this off and we're betting $10,000 a game.
Yep.
And I'm like still driving a 2013 Tacoma.
Yeah.
I'm going to be betting $50,000 a weekend with a $9,000 truck in the driveway. It's going to feel stupid. I hope that's the point. Right. I hope everybody comes on this journey with us to see if we can pull this off.
Right. It's like a reality show.
That's what we're trying to build here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's basically who wants to be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a 333,000 heir? I have no idea how long this would take. It was a little shocking to me when I was like, how many views are we going to need in a month just to even get $1,000 from YouTube? And ChatGPT told me it was 250,000 views. So we're probably gonna have to use the NotJoe Instagram account and some sponsor money to pump that in there. But
we're gonna need some virility.
Listen, it says it there at the bottom. The more you watch, the more we bet. So come on the journey, see what the fuck happens, and see if we can't get to where we're doing something completely irresponsible. I mean, what's
the worst that could happen? Like, it's just money,
right? And it's technically it won't be our money, but it's gonna feel like our money, especially like if we're doing $10,000, if we're betting $10,000 a game every week, and we're making 15 bets. We're going to be betting $150,000 a week.
That'd be pretty.
And that's a comfortable salary.
Yep.
Yeah. Not in San Diego, but it's a comfortable salary.
40 states, it's enough to provide for.
Right. In 99% of counties in this world, you're rich. Off 150,000. 99% of counties in this country, you are rich off 150,000. And if we pull this off, we're going to be betting that every week.
Every week.
This is so dumb.
Yeah.
Just
really, we shouldn't tell people it's other people. It's not our money, because that would then three middle-aged idiots.
I mean, if we were making $10,000 bets, and I would even if it's my money or not, I would throw up if I lost.
The good news is we're gradually going to get there.
Yeah.
So we're going to build up to that. We're not going to make a $10,000 bet before we make a $9,000 bet. So we're gradually going to get there. So we'll build up our tolerance.
And how many bets?
What's that?
Like how many bets?
So we're each going to do 5 bets a week. So 15 bets a week, and we at 1 to 2% of the bankroll. We'll probably start at 1%, especially until we get the YouTube money coming in, because as the YouTube money's coming in, we'll get that replenishment. Because I've never gambled on sports before this last weekend. I was terrified of what would happen if I actually started gambling on sports.
Yeah,
I'm worried about us pulling this off, and then after that.
Right.
Being like,
letting it ride.
Now what do I do with this addiction? Where do I put this addiction?
The last time I bet on sports at all was the 2006 ALCS.
Okay. Do you remember the bet?
That's the one. The Yankees 3-0 on the Red Sox.
So it's your fault.
Yes.
No.
I have not bet on sports since.
Well, welcome back. What's the worst that could happen? Your biggest rival turns their entire franchise around just because you bet on the series.
That was the one.
It's your fault.
Mariano Rivera blew more saves in that series than he had in 5 years.
That's amazing. I've known you for almost all of the time since that, and I've not heard that story.
I have.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't talk about gambling because neither of us gamble. This is completely new.
Well, we have one mutual. All three of us have a degenerate gambler friend, but just he seems to do well. The tall ginger one.
Well, there's him. There's my Mexican friend, and then there's our Doug's friend from Ohio.
Is your Mexican friend? He's not.
Rhymes with a same name as an emperor from.
Yeah, it's a salad.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, that doesn't work out well for him, does it?
I think he's fine.
Yeah,
it pairs well with his anxiety, I've heard.
Yeah.
Right. So,
like reverse psychology, it's like you do things that add stress to your life to reduce anxiety.
Yeah, I had a therapist tell me one time. He's like, "What do you do?" I was like, working on solving some mental health things and depression and shit like that. And he's like, I'm like, "Oh, I work for startups and I golf." So I practice failure.
Yeah,
all the time. Real good for people who are struggling with mental health shit. Go out and do the most difficult shit of all time. All right. Okay. So let's get to this week's games. We're going to talk about the games we didn't bet on. Trevor's still setting up accounts. Betting in California is a pain in the ass. So Trevor's along for the ride on this one, but we can
Indian casinos.
We can have
California.
Yeah, do they have sports? Do they have sports gambling at the Indian casino?
I think that's a part of the reason why California doesn't have the gambling like everybody else.
All right,
they wanted the monopoly on it.
So let's start with the games we didn't bet. First off, Jets Bengals. I wanted nothing to do with this. They've got a QB change. The Jets are probably making a QB change. The Bengals have a weird defense. The Jets are either they put up points randomly, and it feels like I should absolutely be, why won't the Bengals beat the Jets by 6.5? But the Jets randomly put up points. They either score a lot or they score under 12. So I'm just staying away from it. I didn't like a lot of these games. Some of these games I was just too chicken shit to bet.
This next week,
we'll get to some of those.
This next week bad too.
Any thoughts on Jets Bengals other than how handsome the Bengals quarterback is?
Yeah, no, I mean I think you hit it on the head. It sounds like the Jets may be clearing house, trading Wilson and some other better players. So if that happens, I mean it's not going to happen before the game on this weekend, but it's like a team
also,
with their
in terms of backup quarterbacks. Tyrod Taylor's not bad.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
He's one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league.
He wins, and teams usually like there's some kind of like he gets that leadership mojo going, and
what's his name? The Cardinals.
Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett.
And turns out Mac Jones as well. Who knew?
Minshew was that guy.
Okay, so next one up is Bears Ravens. Ravens are favored by 6.5. I put this one in too chicken shit to actually bet the Bears. I really wanted to. And then I looked at the time, and it's a 10 a.m. game. And I didn't want Sunday morning at like 10:13 to look up and Lamar's on like a 75-yard run and realize I just bet against Lamar Jackson for no fucking reason.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
Did you see that video of him the other night?
No.
Dude, there's a video of him like at some like food truck at like, after midnight, and he looks high as
okay. Maybe I should bet the Bears.
He's so high, and he has 2 styrofoam things just filled with some fucking soul food, some kind of food truck. The food looked great, but his eyes were like, I was laughing.
So the Ravens have been garbage. They shouldn't be favored by 6.5 against anybody. It feels like the Bears have been good. I don't understand this line other than it feels like people are betting on they're putting out too much faith in Lamar. even though, like, you know, they lost games with Lamar.
Yeah.
He's back, and there's no way they're going to lose this many games. They're the Ravens still.
Yeah. I mean, and they also took the basketball hoops out of the locker room. And anytime you take the basketball hoops and the foosball tables out, you know the team means business.
Right.
Can't bet against the team that just took the foosball tables out. That's a new gambling rule. All right, so I wanted to bet the Bears so badly, but I didn't.
The Bears have scored over 20 points every game, right?
Yeah, and they're lead the league in big plays. Like they're, you know, Caleb has been a little quiet, but they keep winning. They're a solid team.
Yeah.
Dennis Allen is one of those guys that just should never, ever, like even if he's offered a head coaching job, he should just turn it down. Just take the Spagnuolo route and be a poor man Spagnuolo and just that be your life. Also, Robert Saleh should do that as well, but that's selfish. Next game, Dolphins-Falcons. Falcons favored by 7.5. My rule right now is I'm not including the Falcons in a single bet the rest of the season. When you've been shut out by the Panthers but also beat the Bills, I'm not smart enough to know how your next game is going to go when those are the extremes.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to, and here's the other thing. They're shut out by the Panthers. It's only scored 10 against a bunch of rookies and 7th round draft picks last week against the Niners. And I'm worried. The Dolphins are 5-1 against the over this season. So that was tempting. If it was, and partly it's because their defense sucks and their offense is kind of good and things like that. But they're 5-1 against the over. But I don't trust the Falcons. If you can be held to 0 points by the Panthers and 10 points by a bunch of rookies and 7th rounders, I don't trust you. So no bet, not betting on the Falcons. Bills, Panthers. Panthers are the 7.5 point dog at home. I really wanted to bet this one.
No Bryce Young. They got the ginger, Andy Dalton.
I don't know if that's better or worse. I don't know if that makes me want to bet it even more.
I mean, if we're following the trend of, you know, has-been quarterbacks coming back and killing it.
Yeah, he's a little far gone, though. I think he's a little – so, like, these other guys are still kind of somewhat young and in their prime, like Daniel Jones and
Mr. Flacco.
And, yeah, I'm not ready. I mean, Flacco's – he's got to do it 2 games in a row. Like, I'm not convinced he's going to –
So here's go ahead.
Is Zach starting for the Jets?
I didn't hear you.
One more time?
Zach Wilson starting for the Jets?
No. Terod
He's
Taylor.
not even,
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not even sure Zach Wilson's in the league, is he?
so Zach Wilson just got jumped by Quinn Ewers. He's on the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Quinn Ewers just last week overtook the number 2 spot to Tua. Ewers came in and played against the Browns at the end of the game.
The backup QB to Tua is and if we're talking in like real estate terms, that's location.
Yeah.
You're going to get some playing time backing up Tua. That's just a good career move. And Zach Wilson thought he was going to get a chance to revive his career and gets beat up by Quinn Ewers. Great job. Okay, so here's the research I did on Bills Panthers. And this is why I did want to bet the Panthers, and this is the reason why. Bills are 1-5 against the spread when they're facing a winning team on the road, and they're favored by at least 4. So
what?
Big favorites on the road against a winning team. They're 1-5 against the spread.
4-3, Jesus.
Oh, it would surprise me that the Panthers were a 500 team.
Yeah.
They've snuck in under the radar there, but anyways, I wanted to bet it, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think this will be a get right game for the Bills. I think they'll win pretty good.
Yeah, that's the thing going through my head. Again, it's like, did I really just bet against Josh Allen against the Panthers?
Yeah,
like, I just don't want to be saying those things to myself on Sunday. That's not how I want my Sunday to go. Betting against Lamar, betting against Josh Allen, it just feels weird.
What else feels weird is there's 6 teams on a bye this week. I have no running backs in my fantasy leagues.
But no foreign game this week, I don't think, and no double Monday nighter.
Yep, those are the double Monday nights are done with.
We're back. We're back to normal fucking football. All right, next game. Trevor, you hopefully have something to we're gonna need your opinion here. I wanted to bet the Giants. They are 7.5-point dogs on the road against a team they just beat by double digits, but they're coming off that bullshit in Denver.
Yeah, they're gonna be real mad about Denver,
and it feels like a trap. So it feels like I don't know where all the money's going, whether it's going on the Giants or the Eagles right now, but that it feels like too big a spread for a team that just beat you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, but again, too chicken shit to make the bet.
Oh, maybe. I think this will be fun. What if I bet the games that you're too chicken shit to bet?
Well, that'll be good for the content.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Done. We have a deal. Titans. I mean, what do we think's happening in Giants Eagles this week?
So 78.9% of people are betting on the Eagles.
Is that?
It's a lot.
Yeah. And the public's usually wrong. That's why Vegas looks the way Vegas does.
Yeah. So I think, Fred, I think you like put the nail on the head with the spread being too big. So I bet Giants.
G-men to cover.
Yeah, it's like if you're getting over a touchdown and you just beat the team by 17 points. Sure, it's on the road, but all they had to do was close out Denver. And what does that line go to? If they close out Denver 33, if they beat Denver 33-10 or something.
Yeah, it's a
one. And it's instead of whatever it ended up being, 32-30 or whatever. If it was 30-10 instead of 32-30, there's that line's like 3, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Colts are favored by 14.5. I wasn't touching that. They'll probably cover it, but that many points just makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Not a lot to say there.
I take the Colts in that one.
With the points?
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, but what's the most points Tennessee scored all season?
Yeah. It's just a lot of points.
They're just bad.
Yeah.
Tennessee 12, 19, 20, 0, 21. They beat the Cardinals. Yeah, let's see. 22.
12, 19. I mean, the Colts beat them by 21 2 weeks ago, and now the Colts are at home. So, yeah, maybe 14.5 is too low. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Titans in back-to-back weeks got beat by 21, then 26. But they've tightened things up. Excuse the pun. 22-21 against the Cardinals. They got beat by the Raiders, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Patriots destroyed them. Won that bet last week. Yeah, I mean the Titans, the Colts will probably cover. It's a lot of points. And it feels like picking on the Titans. Cowboys Broncos is the last game that we didn't bet. I feel like I'm going to bet the Cowboys over a bunch this season.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna play a lot of high scoring close games. I'm gonna love the over a lot of times. I just don't love it against the Broncos, even though they just gave up 30 to the Giants. I don't love it. CD's back. Like they just put up 44 on the Commanders. It makes a ton of sense. The overs in the 50s. It's like 51. They just crushed the over against the Commanders, and that was 55. So I feel like the over will hit, but I'm also, little concerned that I could just see Dak running for his life against that defensive line and, throwing a couple picks and it just not working out. So didn't bet Cowboys Broncos, but I will be back. I will be betting the Cowboys over a lot. So we have now gotten to the section of where these are the games that Doug and I bet on. Trevor's taking the ones that I was too chicken shit to bet. Braves.
So that'll be Cowboys over, Colts in the spread, Giants beating the spread.
Well, yeah, let's pick. So there's 5 of them. So you'd be betting Bears plus 6.5.
And
Panthers plus 7.5.
Can we do prop bets on any of this, or is it all just either overs or spreads?
I mean, you do whatever you want. There's you want to parlay them all together.
Sure.
I don't know.
I did some prop bets. So.
Doug's got some prop bets. Doug's got some anytime touchdown bets. But yeah, I mean, there's also, dude, I was scrolling through all the bets. Again, I've never bet football before. I can't believe how many bets there are.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Crazy. I went a little wild with my I went on one of those with my Chiefs bet. But here's the games I bet. The Niners were getting 1.5 against the Texans. And I have 2 rules. 1, I'm not going to bet on the Niners. But 2, I'm going to bet against the Texans to cover nearly every time against a good team. I think the Niners are a good team. I think they're probably going to win the game outright. And so I took the money line. I took the money line on the Niners. So it was only 1.5 anyways that the Niners were underdogs. I was like, if you're going to win by 1.5, you're just as likely to win by 3. So I took the Niners money line because I think the Texans are booty. I think they're an undercover, terrible team that they are going to beat shitty teams, but they are going to really struggle against good teams. And that's the way it's gone for them this season is they cover against the teams like the Titans, and they don't cover against the Seahawks, and they don't cover against any of the other teams that they've played. Like, if it's a good team, they haven't covered. If it's a bad team, they have covered. I think the Niners are a good team. So I'm breaking my Niners rule to take the money line there.
Plus your payout is better.
That was the thing. I was like, I'm not going to take a worse payout for 1 point.
Yeah. No, I like that money line pick. Defense is pretty good, but their offense is not.
Yeah, they had like 5 turnovers against the Seahawks and still lost.
Yeah.
How do you do that? They won the turnover battle 5-1 and still lost. That's a terrible offense. I took the Bucks. So the Bucks line has moved a bunch, apparently. It started out at Bucks favored by 5.5, but a lot of people are betting on the Saints and it has pulled the Bucks line down to 3.5. So I took the Bucks line at 3.5. They just beat the Saints 51-27 last year in New Orleans. They're banged up, but the Saints are terrible. So I bet on the Bucks. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans doesn't look very good. I don't know.
And again, I just like to be able to look at Kellen Moore on the sideline. It's the opposite of the Lamar Jackson thing.
Yeah.
If I see Kellen Moore on the sideline, I'm like, oh, okay. I feel like my team's going to win now. Just from looking at him. It's the like skinny guy with the fat neck thing. It's a I don't know, it's a weak chin. I don't know what it is, but I like looking at Kellen Moore and knowing that either my team or my money is going against him. It's a safe feeling for me.
Yeah. It's a good bet.
Here's where I got a little interesting. And then we'll get to Doug. We both bet on the Sunday night and the Monday night game. So I'll hold on. Let me skip to my 5th bet. I am tracking my 5th bet every week, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to see how I do on my 5th bet because it has been hard the last 2 weeks to find that 5th bet. Last week, it was the Cowboys Commanders over, and I won that one. This week, I'm taking the Patriots versus the Browns.
Oh, you're wrong. It's by a million. No, I mean, the Patriots are like one of the hottest teams in the league right now, so I think that's not a terrible bet at all.
Yeah, it's a lot of points, but it's also I feel like the Browns are just doomed. Is that how you feel too, Doug?
Yeah, I'm always, you know me. I'm
all right,
but yeah, it's in
New
England.
Money. Think of how much money you could have made over the last 20 years.
Just betting against the Browns.
Just betting against the Browns.
This is true. Who knows though, man? Q-Sean.
So Sunday night football, Steelers Packers. We both took the Steelers here. You teased it.
Yeah. So I did a parlay with the Steelers and the over. So I teased Pittsburgh to plus 7.5, and then I teased the over to 38.5.
What's the payout on that?
The payout on that is basically 100.
Okay.
So if I'm betting 10, I'm winning 20.
All right. So I took Steelers plus 3. I don't think that the Packers quarterback and I don't think the Packers head coach are fit for primetime. I know it's a primetime game. They almost lost to the Cardinals. They lost to the Browns. They're not playing good football right now. And I feel like the Steelers are probably have the safer quarterback and the better coach, and they're getting points at home. So home dog with, I think, the more sound operation there. So I'm taking the Steelers and the points. So.
Yeah, the Green Bay Packers have not won in Pittsburgh since like the 70s.
I saw that and I got even happier.
Yeah. So I think Aaron Rodgers going against his old team and the inconsistencies on offense. That's why I bought a couple points just in case. But yeah, unfortunately, I think the Steelers are going to win.
Right. And then the last game, so you did another teaser on the Sunday night, is a Monday night game, Chiefs and Commanders, right?
Yes.
And that was Chiefs favored by 9.5 and the over to 39.5.
Yeah, I had to I make this bet in a different thing.
So I did something a little different. Again, in my scrolling, because I was looking for the Chiefs team over, which was like 29. And I think they're just going to score 30 a bunch this season. And in doing that, I found a bet for the Chiefs winning both halves. And so I went back and looked, and every game that the Chiefs have won this season, they have won both halves. So which it's circular logic. I understand that. They won the game. They're at least going to win one of the halves, right? But they've basically, if they're going to win the game, they've been dominant. And I feel like Marcus Mariota against Patrick Mahomes is a game that there's no way the Chiefs lose this game. And I get a lot better odds betting on, I think it's like plus 105 or plus 110 as opposed to minus 110 to fuck with the spread and figure out the spread. I think I feel real good about this one. Chiefs to win both halves. So
I like that. Yeah, especially without Washington's quarterback playing. But yeah, I did another teaser. I teased it down from 12.5 to 9.5, and the over was at 46.5. I teased it down 38.5.
And then we get to your parlay section.
Yes,
and touchdown parlays. I don't want to be sucked into this world. This feels addicting,
dude. I'm telling you, you can go so deep into these prop bets. Like, is this guy going to catch 3 balls or more? Is this guy going to get 70 yards receiving? This running back, is they're going to get 40 yards rushing? There's so many, but I feel like I have the most success with anytime touchdowns. And there's guys that have just been scoring like every week almost. So you just you can usually play it safe and put them all in one parlay.
I like how you've set it up too, because you did 10 a.m. or an early game anytime touchdown parlay and a late game anytime touchdown parlay. And I feel like that's the best way to watch Red Zone ever.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, if I was smart, I would just pick my favorite 3 from the whole day. But I like the idea of because sometimes I'll just do the 1:00 game, the early game. And if I win it, then I'll be a little bit more adventurous on the 4:00 games. But this one I had to do it ahead of time, so I kind of split it up into the ones I like.
All right, this is the quad box Red Zone special. You're gonna have Judkins, which you're watching that game anyways.
Yep.
Bijan, James Cook, and McCaffrey.
Anytime touchdowns, those 4 guys. Yep.
All right, and then the late game.
McCaffrey's obviously the focal point of the Niners offense with some of the injuries on receivers, and he's just a savage anyway. The one of those I'm worried about the most is James Cook, but I think he'll get in the end zone. So. And
then late game, you've got Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins, and Jonathan Taylor. That feels a little more adventurous.
Yeah, so like you said, the Cowboys, they score points. So Cowboys are playing the Broncos, so I think there's going to be some rushing touchdowns in that game. I think both running backs get in the end zone. And then Jonathan Taylor, no-brainer.
Yeah, he's scoring every week.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean if all 3 of those guys score, I'm betting $10. I could win 45. I like the return on that one. The 4-leg one, I'm betting 10. I could win 75. So
love it. All right. Well,
those are the ones. Like I'm always scouring TikTok because I read a lot about the prop bets, and it seems like it's always the parlay anytime touchdowns that do the best.
All right. Well, if we're wrapping this thing up, Trevor is betting all the games I was too scared to bet. So that's going to be Bears plus 6.5, Panthers plus 7.5.
Let's go through all that though, because I want to talk about like maybe overs and unders too.
Giants minus 7.5, Titans or Colts minus 14.5. And then are you doing the Cowboys over as well?
Cowboys over, Colts, Giants. What was the Bears? Who are the Bears?
Bears, Ravens. Bears 6.5 point underdogs.
So I'll take the Bears.
And then were you going to do another one? Were you going to do like an over under?
What's the Carolina one?
I don't know what the Carolina. I don't know. I had ESPN up. Where's ESPN? NFL odds. The Carolina and
sorry, I was on mute. It was 46 for Buffalo at Carolina.
I've got 46.5.
The over.
All right. I'm taking Niners money line. I'm taking the Chiefs to win both halves against the Commanders. Bucks minus 3.5. Steelers plus 3. Patriots minus 7. Doug's got a couple teasers on Pittsburgh and the Chiefs, and then some anytime touchdown magic. So right now, we're betting with our own money. Going to try and get some sponsors. Start betting with some sponsor money. If you guys are watching, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are watching, more you watch. If you made it here, you're helping us bet more money as we bring in the YouTube money. We're just going to dump it into the minus taxes. We're going to dump it into the bankroll. And you know what? It is our money we're betting. We're earning it.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not betting with other people's money. We're going to be completely irresponsible with our money.
Right. Money that could go to us.
Right.
Right. We are choosing not to spend that money on ourselves, but to keep this going.
Right.
We're like 3 steps away from sainthood.
Pretty much.
This is I think this is the true story of Robinhood. We take from YouTube and give to DraftKings. All right. That's it. There's that episode.
All right.